Hey, welcome back. It is week 11 of my 14-week training plan. I can't believe we're at this point already. It feels like time has gone so quickly, and considering we only have 3 weeks left until the big race, it's starting to put the pressure on, right? But week 11 has been my favorite week of the entire training block so far. I got to participate in the Saucony London 10K this year. So much fun. I love this race and I have already signed up to do it next year. It's so much fun doing a quick 10K around London. Now it's a hard run because there's 6 180-degree turns, it was warm weather, and the course, yes, it seems flat, but there are quite a few gradual and long uphill sections. So, let me get into it. I got to London quite early that morning. Bag drop, super straightforward, super easy, can get through that quite nicely. And then I went down to the mall and decided to do a quick warm-up. I mean, all of the runners were down here. So it was quite nice to see all the different, clearly the different pace gold people. Like, you could tell who was trying to go for a sub 40, who was trying to go for a sub hour. You could tell all the different categories of runners. And so to mix and see everybody running, especially on the mall, was really nice. Especially with the fact that that's Buckingham Palace in the background. Like, how many people get to cordon off the mall just for them to run on? So I did a quick warm-up, quick jog, and then I decided to do some stretching and have an energy gel before the race. Now I typically have one before a race just so I can make sure that I'm stocked up on glucose so that I have some energy in the tank to start the race with. And then I'll typically have another one midway through the race. Now I took a walk up and down the starting pens. This is one of the better organized races that I've been to. This one, fantastic. There's enough space to walk around, there's a park next to it, there's no congestion, you can get to your bay really easily, and it's all really well laid out. I was in start pen B. I was close enough to the start that I got to see the elite runners start, which is so impressive because they run disgustingly quickly. And then it was my turn. So I crossed the start line, big smile on my face. I was so ready for this. And it's always one of those situations where as you start the race, you're trying to just get into a position where you are with similar speed runners. Now this was weird because I spent the first 2Ks going far too quickly. Way too quickly. Passing people just because I was in such a good mood and I felt good and I was just excited to get out there and run. And again, like, you running straight through Piccadilly Circus. How nice is that? The kilometers flew by, running past all the different landmarks. There were bands playing on the sideline. Everybody was just having a good run. Now, I overdressed. I was wearing a long sleeve Asics top, which was way too much clothes for this race. I should have been wearing a vest or something, because I got hot very quickly, and I think it was like kilometer 3 that I was sweating buckets. Because of that tiredness, I think I decided to have my gel around the 3.5 kilometer mark. And I've used these Science and Sports energy gels for every race I've ever done, and they've served me fantastically. I quite like the flavors as well. And one of the nicest things is the Lucky Saints guys had misting sprays set up. And on a hot day like this, the misting sprays were so useful to have. They made you feel this burst of revitalized energy. And again, you're running towards Big Ben, then you're running towards the Lone Eye, and you turn around and come back towards Westminster for one of the last straights. And this is where it got real hard. You have to dig deep because it's hot, you're tired, you're trying to push as hard as you can to see if you can better your time. And everybody around you is starting to do the same thing, so they're starting to speed up. Now, you don't want them to overtake you, but equally, you don't have much more energy in the tank to give. And so it's that balancing act of pushing hard to keep up with them, but not pushing too hard that you burn out before you get past the finish line. Thankfully, I kept going. I crossed the finish line far better than I have done in the past. This was by far my better race, even though I still pushed it too hard to start with. But I crossed the finish line, and I think I had about a minute PB compared to last year. Now, I know it's not a race, but it's still nice to see that improvement. What else happened is I was like, well, I'm in London, I might as well pop into the Asics store. Now, I'm a big Asics fanboy. Credit Asics for getting me back into running. Now, I went through about a phase of about 2 years where I would run and I would get IT band issues or shin splints or whatever, and the shoes that I was wearing were rubbish. Then a family member said, hey, try Asics. They helped him, so they might help me. And I bought myself a pair of gel Nimbus 23s. The white ones with orange and blue speckles on them. Excellent. Those are some of my favourite shoes ever. And because of them, they've gotten me back into running. So I went up to the Asics store on Oxford Street and I said, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to some new shoes. So at the moment, I'm running with the Novablast 3s. These are my everyday shoes. I have worn them for about 400 kilometers at this point. I'm happy to beat them up and run through mud and stuff with them. They're just everyday shoes. My easy day shoes, again, excuse the mud, but it's been muddy for a while. The gel Nimbus 25s. These are super squishy, soft, plush recovery day shoes. Keep my knees and my ankles feeling good. And I run very slowly at these, and that makes me feel good. And so I was thinking, well, I'm missing a faster pair, a race day pair, maybe a carbon plated pair. There's two types of shoes. There's the elite running shoes, and then there's the slightly more entry level. And I went, well, I'm not good enough to get the elite pair, the Metaspeed Sky pair. So I went with the Magic Speed 4s. They are super bright. Now, I wasn't expecting to get this colorway, but you know what? I'm actually happy that I did because they are just so bright and happy looking shoes. And I've taken them for a run. My second run of the week was meant to be a 10k easy, and I said, screw it, I'm wearing these. I was excited and just wanted to try these out so badly. They were so much fun to run in. I am so glad I bought them. They're like the entry-level carbon shoes that you can buy. So I got them, went for an easy run in them. At easy paces, they're not the best, right? The Novablast would serve me better at the easy paces. But then I went, well, I'm wearing them, I might as well test them out. So I did some strides. Now this is where these shoes shine. They completely changed. They went from being really hard and kind of rigid to being soft, pliable, and responsive. Now, strides worked super well, and then I think, well, I didn't want to ruin my easy day plan, so I took it slow. I didn't push it too hard. I've got a race pace workout coming up next week, and that's where I reckon these shoes are going to shine big time. So I'm really looking forward to that. And if you want to know any more details about these shoes, let me know. I'm happy to share. But anyway, this has been one of my longer videos. Thank you for listening to me talk about running. It's something that I really appreciate you indulging me with. And if you haven't done so yet, please just leave a like, subscribe, and maybe leave a comment about what shoes you want to get, what races you want to be a part of, and tell you what, if you want a really fun race to be a part of next year, sign up for the Saucony 10K. It is so much fun and you won't be disappointed. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!